5th, where we're going to model the game Estimation Squeeze. As we begin, let's take a look at the materials and the steps for the game. We need to start with a teacher-prepared game sheet, and the kids are going to need a calculator. Now the steps, it's going to look like a lot, but when you get down to it, it's not that bad. We begin by selecting a target number less than 64. The book's going to recommend a number less than 600. We selected 64 so that we can really zone in on the skills as we begin this game. And we cannot select a number that's a perfect square. We need to determine the range within 1/10 of either direction of the target number. The first person makes a guess, they square that number, and they round that number to the nearest tenth. And then we decide, is that too small, too large, or was it within the range? If it's too small or too large, the next person selects a different number, and the first person who gets within the range wins. Again, please keep in mind, this seems like a lot going on, but when you're in the game, it's not difficult. The game itself can be found in the student reference book, page 304, and they give a really nice chart here of the perfect squares, where 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, and so on and so forth. So we're sticking with column 1, again, as we begin this game. Okay. So, using a teacher-prepared game board, such as this, would you like to select a target number?
Okay, so I need to select the target number that is not a perfect square. And it has to be less than 64. I'm going to say 24. 24 is not a perfect square. And then we have to determine what range we will accept while we're trying to find the square for that number, the square root. So we say it can be 1/10 larger is easy, 24.1. We can also be 1/10 smaller, so that's going to be 23.9. So the number that we're looking for, that we're trying to estimate, is going to fall between 23.9 and 24.1. And when we square that number, we'll get that answer.
So my estimate for a number squared to be close to 24, I know that 5 times 5 is 25, so I'm going to select a number really close to 5. I'm going to say 4.9. So I take the 4.9, and we're going to, nice to turn on the calculator. We take 4.9 and we're going to square it. Now keep in mind, everyone, to square that we're going to use the caret button. 4.9 squared equals 24.01, rounding to the 10th place. Look at me. We get 24. That was luck.
She's no fun to play with, let me tell you.
Luck. So this game's over, this particular round.
So you won that round.
This is done.
All right.
We'll
play another round. One for you.
Okay, target number. I'm going to select 30. And my range, 1/10 before and after 30. So that would be 29.9, the lower end, and the upper end is 1/10 higher, 30.1.
Okay, so now I have to come up with a number that when we square it, I'll get 30, or at least a number in that range. 5 times 5 is 25, and 6 times 6 is 36. So I'm working in the middle of like a 25 and 36. So I'm going to go right in the middle with that, and I'm going to have 5.5 as my estimate. So I've got 5.5, and I'm going to square that in the calculator. 5.5 caret squared, and I get 30.25. I need to round it to the 10th place, so the square of my estimate is 30.3. And when I look up here, it's not in the range, it's too large.
A little bit too, yeah.
A little too large. 30.1 would have worked, but not 30.3.
So since that's too large, I'm going to come down a bit and at 5.4 to see if I can get closer to 30. So I'm going to have, let's see, 5.4 squared, and I get 29.2 by rounding. 29.2. Now I'm too small.
So now I've got to take a look at this. This estimate is too small. This estimate is too large. So I've got to go between these two numbers. And the only way to do that is to go out to my hundredths place. And so I think I will once again think about the middle of those two numbers, and I'm going to write 5.45, which would be halfway between 5.4 and 5.5. So now I'm going to square that. I need to see this. Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes.
Okay. 5.45 squared. And if I round that to the 10th place, I get 29.7, which when I look up here, too small. Not good enough.
Okay, I need to get a little closer. So instead of 5.45, I'm going to go up a little bit, 5.46, and I hope that's going to do it. Let's see. 5.46 squared. Oh no, I didn't get it. This is 29.8. I am still too small.
I think I know exactly what to do.
Okay.
5.45 was not it. 5.46 was not it. How about 5.47? Since that's still small, I know I have to go up. 5.